And the Wagner Seahawks now take the stage, the last of our alphabetical lists of NEC teams. We know him affectionately as Haas, the head coach of the Seahawks. Of course, Ryan Fulse and Cameron Gill. And when I look at your numbers, fellas, I mean, they just pop off the page. You guys have had terrific careers already. I know you want to add to them. But before I get to you, I want to ask Coach one thing. It is such a luxury when you have two outstanding offensive tackles on your team, like you did with Matt Diaz and Greg Senat last year. And that, to me, would have to be one kind of headache you got to solidify before guys like this can do their job, right?
Yeah, I mean, the offensive line, obviously, the importance of that position, and it's been fun. It's actually been fun trying to replace those two and really create five strong up front, five guys that are all working together. And the tackle position obviously is key, but just creating a unit up front has been a challenge. And Coach Wheeler, our offensive line coach, does a great job. And those guys are really coming together and working hard. So I'm excited about the product that'll be out there as far as our front five. Yeah, but yeah, both great players, obviously.
Yeah, you guys know about Senat, and Diaz was an all-conference pick. At the other tackle, which leads me to Ryan, who is one of the truly sensational FCS running backs in the nation. Guy's a top 5 player. And my goodness, you can't do the kind of stuff you do without that offensive line.
Yes,
so
sir.
how is that chemistry starting to come together now in July with those guys up front?
Well, it's going to be kind of tough because we lost Matt Diaz and Greg Senat, but we still have our 3 interior guys, and Coach House did a good job of recruiting 2 other big tackles. So we're looking to build chemistry with them. We're going to see how it's going to go during camp, and I'm looking forward to working with them.
You give them some love, man. They're going to block for you. Who are their names? Who are we talking about?
We got Brady Hudick. We got Santiago.
All right.
We got Clifford.
We
got Clifford.
Hey, because I'm telling you right now, if you don't give them some love, then they're not going to help you up when you get knocked down.
We got Chris Gango, and we got Izzy. So I'm looking to work with all of them. Can't wait.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Last year, I thought you guys matched up physically with anybody in the league. I really did, starting with your lines.
Yeah.
But also you had the skill guys, no question, with the running back, but your wide receivers and everything else. I felt for you guys as much as I felt for anybody last year when that quarterback of yours took off running and landed the way he did. I really felt had that not happened, you would have been right there at the end competing for the championship. How'd you guys handle that throughout the year, emotionally, psychologically, et cetera?
Yeah, no, I think, the lesson learned there is everybody has to be ready to go at a high level all the time. I think, Alex was a talented guy, and I think our identity flipped a little bit from having him back there, and slinging the ball around a little bit to having to run the football a little more. But at the end of the day, it's a team deal, and you got to have 2 to 3 quarterbacks ready to go all the time. And it was emotional, and I thought the guys responded well at times, but just not quite good enough as a program. From the top down, we didn't respond well enough to win enough games. We were right in a bunch of them. You look at Columbia the week after it happens, we lose on the last second field goal, and the list goes on and on. But at the end of the day, it's about the details and making sure we're doing all the little things right in order to win games. And when something like that does happen, you got to respond the right way.
I got to look at Ryan and ask you this question: when you're as good as you are, and you have to share time the way you did last year, part of that 2-headed monster that you had in rotating in the backfield. Yes, sir. How do you deal with that? How'd you handle that?
I handled it well, man. It was my first year coming in, and Denzel was a great back. He started it off, and then I started building off him, and then that's how I got going. But Denzel's a good back, and I love going back and forth. Whenever he did something, I would want to get in and do something. Whenever I did something, he would want to do the vice versa. So we kind of bounce off each other.
I got a hunch the same thing happens on defense with the linebacking core. Quentin Hampton, a terrific linebacker, and Cameron Gill, yourself, a terrific linebacker. Between you two guys, you're ferocious getting after the quarterback. Tell me about that kind of friendly rivalry maybe you guys have about trying to make a play.
The rivalry is more of a competition. I mean, we push each other in practice I'm going to beat you to the ball. And then whenever both of you guys have that mindset, you're just playing hard and you're playing for each other. So we do that and we compete, then we're fine. We're just flying to the ball and making plays.
Do you guys kind of work off of each other with like a wink or a little body movement? So because a lot of times the really terrific athletes at the linebacker spot get to freelance a little bit more than some of the other positions.
Right. I mean, we communicate a little bit. Like, if there's a possibility that I'm going to get out of my gap, I'll be like, hey, Q, like, cover me. And, I mean,
Coach isn't listening. It's okay. It's okay.
Keep going, Cam, because
He's flinching over here. I hope you're happy. You're getting him in trouble with his coach now.
so, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much for the most part. We do things like that, but nothing too serious.
All right. I don't want to get him in any more trouble. Coach, before I turn it back over to Kevin, you got it looks like a three-way quarterback competition. Is that the way it is? Luke Massey coming back, but you got some other guys in the mix?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have competition everywhere. You know, the one thing that, another lesson off of last year is making sure everybody's competing all the time to be the best they can be individually, and nothing drives that more than having someone in the same position as you. I think about the receiver position and the competition we're going to have there. But, yeah, the quarterback spot, we have three guys. Luke Massey played, obviously, last year, and we have two transfers that we brought in, and T.J. Linta and Graham Linman. Two guys that Graham was there in the spring and he picked it up pretty well. So yeah, it'll be a three-way battle with a couple other guys involved as well during camp. But it's all about competition.
You take that competition to the nth degree. I've not seen any other coach that does it like that. But you will actually go week to week and determine who the starter is going to be based upon that week's practice. That's a little bit unique. Explain your philosophy behind that.
It is unique, and I think at certain positions you can do it, and in certain positions you can't. But we're just trying to get the best guys out there every week, and in practice, if someone's not doing what they need to do, well, we got enough athletes where someone else will come in and get it done. And I think that's just the way we've recruited. You look at schematically on defense, we can put a lot of different guys on the field as far as running a 3-4 style. So everybody's got to prepare the right way, and that's just something we've lived by.
All right, folks, that's the Wagner Seahawks, and we certainly wish you guys the best of luck. Haas, you and your crew. Enjoy it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.